A fisherman saved a white shark, and then something shocking happened. William Hanley says it was the biggest shark he's seen in 30 years of fishing. Some Fundy fishermen not only had a close encounter with a suspected great white shark over the weekend, they rescued it. William Hanley said it's not uncommon for porpoises or smaller sharks like makos to become trapped in fishing weirs or other netting. But the fish that emerged from the depths in Back Bay Harbor on Sunday morning was something new for him. First, when I saw it, I thought it was just a little wee small shark that was only about 4 or 5 feet long. Hanley, a St. George fisherman of 30 years, recalled of the encounter just after dawn. Then it come up underneath me, and that's when I realized we had a big one, the biggest one I ever encountered in the weir. He figured this shark was upwards of 18 feet long and weighed more than 1,000 pounds. Hanley's daughter, Ariel, recorded what followed on her phone. The fisherman managed to get the shark, seemingly exhausted from struggling to break free of the weir, into a net and pulled it to the surface near their boat, revealing what it was. "What a massive beast!" one voice exclaimed. Hanley then tied rope around its tail fin, as another voice said, "Guess what, bud? You're going for a ride." The 2-minute video doesn't capture the entire scene, which was a struggle, Hanley said. The makos are usually easier because they usually get the teeth in and we just grab them, pull them up very quickly. But the teeth were so sharp on that one that she just cut through the net, we couldn't get her up very easily, he told Shift New Brunswick. The shark was then lifted vertically along the boat, and the fisherman headed out of the harbor to release the fish in the bay. She was a little slow, but she swam off, Hanley said. She was beat. He said it didn't dawn on him that he was touching a great white shark. He was just acting instinctively. "I just figured we'll get the shark out of there, making it as quick as possible," he said. "The longer it takes, and worse it is for them." This was one of many shark encounters in the Bay of Fundy this year, including the Planet Earth-esque video of a suspected great white devouring a seal off St. Andrews. A real adventure. Arnold Pointer, a professional fisherman from south of Australia, set free from a certain death a big female white shark that was caught in his fishing nets. Now the fisherman has a problem. He says, "It's been 2 years and she doesn't leave me alone. She follows me everywhere I go, and her presence scares all the fishes. I don't know what to do anymore." It's hard to get rid of an almost 17 feet long shark since the white sharks are protected by the Wildlife Conservation, but a mutual affection established between Arnold and Cindy. Arnold says, "Once I stop the boat, she comes to me. She turns on her back and lets me pet her belly and neck. She grunts, turns her eyes, and moves her fins up and down, hitting the water happily." Australian fisherman Arnold Pointer rescued a white shark, female, from death 2 years ago, releasing it from the net, reads a Facebook post shared on March 9th, 2023, in a group with more than 50,000 members. It says the shark, nicknamed Cindy, now follows him everywhere, and the pair have developed a mutual affection. Arnold says, "When I stop the boat, she comes to me, turns on one side and lets me pet her. She grunts, squints, and flaps her fins happily." The story has circulated on Facebook for years and resurfaced in March 2023 in posts around the world, including in the United States, New Zealand, and Malaysia. Some of the false posts circulating since 2021 also include other images of men interacting with sharks, such as here and here. April Fool's joke. A keyword search found a fact check published by Snopes in April 2008, which said that the story was an April Fool's joke originally published in a French magazine for fishing enthusiasts. Julien Lajournade, editor-in-chief of Le Magazine des Voyages de Pêche, confirmed that the story was fabricated. Speaking to AFP in July 2021, he explained that the name Arnold Pointer was inspired by white pointer, another name for a great white shark. Lajournade provided a copy of the article, which was published to mark April Fool's Day in 2006. The article features the same text as the Facebook posts. However, the false posts omit the final anecdote from Arnold about the downsides of his friendship with Cindy. "The most frustrating thing is when she wants to play ball. She throws half-mangled 200-kilo sea lions onto the boat. Last time I had to have the whole cockpit refitted." Shark in South Africa. One false post includes the text "photographer Michael Scholl" and an image of a man touching a shark on the nose with a watermark that reads "Michael Scholl copyright." Scholl explained that the photos show researchers touching the shark's nose in order to elicit a jaw-opening reflex from the animal. He believes sharks do this reflexively to protect their head and eyes, while other scientists think the touch overstimulates the animal's electroreceptors. Scholl pointed to National Geographic cover from April 2000 that he said was achieved using the same technique. The images are 100% real, but the story is 1% real, Scholl concluded. I leave the 1% about the story for the only reason that all of us who worked with white sharks have a connection to some of these sharks. When we can see the universe with our eyes of the heart, only then will we be safe. The worship of power threatens our safety and our continued existence. Will the human race grow up and learn to love? Stay tuned.